What's good, y'all? I've got some insane buffs for Celesteela. This is probably one of the most broken Pokemon in the hack overall because of the typing and all of the buffed moves and changed moves that it has access to in conjunction with the abilities. Me personally, if I get one in Ultra Space, I'm not running setup sets because the setup sets on this thing are probably gonna, like, most of the setup supers in this game are actually really balanced because of all the anti-setup stuff I put into place, but this thing 4 times was his first impression and has absolutely insane coverage and is absurdly powerful and has great setup moves in Shift Gear and Autotomize for late game. So Shift Gear gives you +2 speed and +1 special attack and attack now. So obviously physical huge power sets are would rather run Autotomize, which I'll get into. But well, not that you could actually in theory run Shift Gear on physical huge power sets, but it's not that great. But Speed Boost Shift Gear, so you get +3 speed and +1 special attack is great on the special sets. And then physical sets run Autotomize, or special sets, both can run Autotomize. Huge power, 73 base attack, fits very well for Celesteela. Speed Boost fits very well. It's a fucking rocket ship, like, come on now. But yeah, it's balanced. It's a really good bulky like attacker, and you can use speed boost and like you can just run it in game with like utility moves and offensive moves and it'll be balanced. But if you use Autotomize, like, you can probably just sweep because you can use like White Herb plus Autotomize. Autotomize gives +5 speed and it drops your defenses by 1, so it's like Shell Smash, but it gives you +5 speed essentially. So you can run White Herb, you can run Acrobatics, or you can run Dive Bomb. For huge power sets, Dive Bomb is flying type high jump kick essentially in terms of mechanics, so that's really great. But Acrobatics 100% accurate, no downsides with the White Herb set with Autotomize, and then you run Heavy Slam and Heat Crash, or Earthquake, or Stone Edge, or any other physical move for that last slot. But Heavy Slam plus Acrobatics plus Autotomize, like, maybe you don't even need Acrobatics, you can just run Heavy Slam plus Heat Crash and Earthquake to hit anything that resists Steel. It's broken. It's broken. It resists First Impression, which is one of the main ways that setup sweepers are kept in check. The only way that this thing will be stopped by the AI would be like Focus Sash 30, which is gonna happen. Like, those will exist. So maybe not every single boss fight, but like the majority of boss fights will be trivialized at the very least by setup Celesteela. So I won't be running that personally. But if you want to, go ahead and do it. If you're struggling or you're playing casually, you don't care, you're not doing Nuzlocke, go ahead and use this thing. It'll be fun. But I think it's still a blast, pun not intended, to use without setup. Shift Gear is a bit more balanced, but the Autotomize set is so ridiculous. Like, it's funny though. It fits Celesteela so well. Both of those moves fit super well. Heat Crash fits really well. It has crazy coverage, which I'd already got before, to be honest. It's such a fun as Pokemon. So 72 base attack. It is the 3rd strongest huge power Pokemon in the game, only trumped by Wailord, who has 75 attack, and then one more coming up who will have 79 attack. His HP, I do base HP more on size in his hack, so giant HP stat for Celesteela because it's absolutely massive. I could have gone higher, but like, this is pretty reasonable with the base stat total. Huge power also allows me to give it more stats in bulk, and the decreased speed is not a big deal when you have Autotomize, Shift Gear, and Speed Boost, of course. And then a giant special attack size because it is a giant blaster. Also because I want special sets with Speed Boost to be viable over huge power sets because you get Speed Boost and 137 special attack, while 73 base attack is like absurd with huge power. It's very, very strong. This thing is, like I said, it's balanced. It's balanced as like a bulky attacker. You can run Fortify, which is skill type recover. You've got Leech Seed. You can just run a bunch of attacks for, Assault Vest for attacks, Volt Switch. Like, it can be really balanced and strong in game, but once you get to the setup stuff, it's pretty unreasonable. So yeah, I wouldn't run those if you want to challenge yourself. I can't not give it Autotomize and Shift Gear. Look at it, it's a fucking rocket. I have to give it those moves. So yes, broken. It's funny. Honestly, Ultra Beasts as a whole are probably some of the most broken Pokemon in the game, which I think fits really well with what they are. Like, they're not even balanced for our universe, like, that's why their stats are all prime numbers. That's why they're these weird ass alien guys. So yeah, absolute beast of a Pokemon. It's got a bunch of other really fun stuff as well. Like, it's just it's so funny. I love Celesteela. It's so cool. Like, look at this thing. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, huge bulk, huge special attack, huge attack. So I was gonna, yeah, that's what I was doing. I was saying how strong it is physically. 269 times 2, 538. Oh, there are way stronger Pokemon than this. Half of the Hustle Pokemon are stronger than this, but obviously they have to risk missing. And they also don't have a Steel Flying type with 137, 103, 103 bulk. So I'm trying to say, like, in terms of raw damage output, like, they are easily outdamaged by a lot of Pokemon in the hack, actually, surprisingly. A bunch of Ruthless Pokemon are also stronger than this, but yeah, and also raw damage output doesn't mean much at the end of the day. Like, it means a lot, don't get it twisted, but especially in-game, like, it can be overkill all the time. You'd rather have defensive traits, which Celesteela obviously has, so I'm not trying to shit on Celesteela specifically. Hold on, so, what was it again, 538? Yeah, you're at 195 base attack, which there are stronger things actually. Surprisingly, there are plenty stronger things. Even Tough Claws Pokemon, a lot of them will outdamage Celesteela because of the way that boosts will stack with stuff. But yeah, huge power is pretty crazy still. Man, I love that. It's so funny. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Very fitting buffs, very good fitting stats for something like that Celesteela is. Very fitting move pool. You know, it's got Earth Power. It's got great special coverage. You know, T-Bolt, Flamethrower, Energy Ball, Earth Power, Seed, Flare, Aura Sphere, Focus Blast, Fire Blast, Thunder, Hurricane, Flash Cannon, 110 base power. All types of moves are buffed or changed, so do give those a look. But I'm assuming you know that by now if you listen this far into the video. Yeah, me personally, I would run a bulkier set with like Leech Seed or Fortify and a bunch of attacks or Assault Vest sets. I would not bother with the setup stuff unless I'm like really struggling and I'm like actually getting shit on and I'm like, I have like 10 Pokemon left in the PC, then maybe I would go ahead. I think post-game also Celesteela might help. The broken offensive setup sets might help deal with all the broken bullshit in the post-game. So you could maybe justify the post-game, but if you use it in the main game, like you're not trying to challenge yourself at that point, which is fine. Like it's funny, it's fun. Go ahead and use it. It's there, it's legal. So yeah, super fun. Very cool Pokemon. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out the other buffs and changes in the description below. Check out all the moves. Check out the speed tier guide. Check out the held items. Check out the abilities, type chart, all that fun stuff. So yeah, I appreciate it. Bye everyone.